So for this lesson, I'm going to talk about forward folding in a yoga practice and the benefits of forward folding in a yoga practice. So to be honest, I don't teach a lot of forward folding in class. I do teach a little bit, but I never specifically aim an entire yoga practice on forward folding, just for the reason of we spend a lot of our lives already that way. So we're looking down at our phones, our shoulders are round forward. A lot of us have bad posture. We sit like that, hunched over. We're overthinkers, so we're always brain forward. I can always tell somebody who is in the ego mind and very overthinking and thinks too much and more on the mental activity level by the way their head is in alignment with their body. So now you're going to check yourselves, right? Where's my head? But anyways, it's very beneficial to practice spinal extension, a lot of backward bending to counteract all that. But there is benefits to forward folding just for the reason of stretching the muscles in the back of the body. The calves, the hamstrings, the glutes, and the back muscles need to be stretched to bring balance. So we have to counteract the activities that we do that create tightness in those muscle groups, as well as engage the muscles on the other side. So we have what are called agonist, antagonist muscles. So one muscle is activating while the other muscle is stretching. So we're activating these muscles in the front of the body, the core muscles into the abdomen and into the inner thigh muscles when we're coming into that deep forward stretch. So we do create some activation there and make those muscles a little bit stronger. And another thing is, as we bring the head below the heart, specifically in a standing forward stretch, we benefit by oxygenating the brain, taking some of the workload off the heart, and it really helps the body to bring it into all different relationships with gravity. So when we bring the head below the heart, energetically, we start to balance the chakras, the 6th and 7th chakras specifically, the ones in the brain, by bringing the head lower than the heart, lower than the root chakra, and that energy can sort of flow and unblock that space and clear out the blocked energy of those 6 and 7 chakras. So very beneficial, such as inversions are very good, but sometimes they can be too scary for us to practice at first. So a forward folding, standing forward fold is very beneficial in the same aspect as an inversion without the scariness of it. So clearing out the chakras. And one other thing that forward folding is very beneficial for, besides stretching the muscles, balancing energy in the chakras, and just clearing the mental chatter in the brain, is relaxation. So as we forward bend, we're activating the gut, and sometimes the gut rests on the thigh, so we're pressing a little bit into the gut. Now, going back to a few previous lessons, we talked about that vagus nerve, that wandering nerve that sort of branches off all over the place, especially in the organs of the body. So being a parasympathetic nerve connection, whenever we stimulate the nerve endings in the gut by either pressing into them or engaging the muscles around them, we automatically create that relaxation. We stimulate that nerve to relax, bring the heart rate down. And when the heart rate and respiratory rate come down, we relax, the muscles relax. So when we're focused on that, and we're in that forward fold, we focus on the exhale, which also helps relax the body. We really bring that deep relaxation and quietness into those folds. So very good for people who are overactive mind, people who are very hyperactive. It really helps just to relax the body. So I do practice a lot of forward folding in the beginning of class, just for the reason of calming the mind and relaxing the body so we can do what we want to with those muscles. So nerve stimulation, parasympathetic nervous system. Remember, parasympathetic nervous system is rest and digest. So when we can rest and digest, we can digest the practice of what we're going to do. And then we build up to some postures that maybe we would have not been so open to doing if we're more relaxed getting into those things. So forward folding in a nutshell. And so following this lesson for class this week, we will practice those along with looking at twists in the next video and why we practice twisting in yoga, and we'll combine those two together. So, oh, and another thing I'd like to say before I end is if we're practicing a lot of forward folding, let's say I'm specifically doing a class just with forward folding stretches, I'd probably practice it one at the end of the day, because when we're really, really relaxed, we really need our practices in the mornings to be more energetic to get us through the day. So more toward the end of the day, if I was really going to do a full-on forward folding yoga practice, as well as with forward folding and practicing them at the end of the day, I would want to avoid, let's say we're just all forward folding, forward folding, forward folding. I would want to avoid spinal extension in that class, because we think about going back to those agonist antagonist muscles. If we're really engaging the muscles here in the front of the body and we're stretching the muscles in the back, when we're in backward bending, it's opposite. So we're going to look at back bending in a few lessons from now, but back bending, we're engaging the back muscles and stretching the muscles in the front. So that wouldn't really work if we're opposite of that relationship. So if we're just focusing on forward folding and that's our entire practice, we want to avoid deep backward bending, because it's just not going to work. So you might notice that too, how you're moving your body, and it just might not want to cooperate in a yoga pose. It might be what muscles you've been engaging, and it's hard to stretch the front of the body muscles if we did a lot of ab work. So, and then it might be hard to come into a forward fold if we've done a lot of back work, because a lot of the muscles back there will be tight. So it's all about that relationship of what the muscles are doing, and we'll look into that even further coming up. So now, with that being said, we'll look at the next lesson. We'll look at twisting, and I'll see you guys soon.